Hey everybody, Jay Marino here, welcome back at Shadows of Hatred, a custom campaign for Warcraft 3 created by Sclammerz. Let's head into Chapter 6, Coilfang Incursion. Moments later, Akama and Lady Soraya find themselves in the Naga compound below the Zangarmarsh's deepest waters. Okay, normal, please. Especially on one of these dungeon raid missions. By the light, if your words are true, then I hope the General may find peace. I was with him before I lost him completely, and even in those moments he wished for my safety beyond his own. And I can't... No, I didn't do anything at all. Dark days are upon us, Akama. What are we to do when even our greatest heroes fall before the might of Illidan? Still moping about the death of your general? I did enjoy seeing him ripped to shreds. Vaj. Well, if it isn't the treacherous Broken, I commend your bravery for coming here. However, it shall avail you nothing but death in these cold fathoms cavern of mine. Prepare yourself, Vaj. We'll get you this time. I'll make sure of it. Okay, so it looks like we've got Soraya this time. Storming the steam vault. Destroy the main steam pump located in the steam vault. We have not yet, as of yet, been able to stop the Naga in the steam vault, where most of their pumping infrastructure is located. We have to go there and stop their pumps ourselves if we were to halt the draining of the lake completely. If our little incursion here is to be worth it, we have to cripple Illidan's army even more by killing Vaj. Okay, so kill Lady Vaj in Serpent Shrine Cavern. So there were two dungeon instances down here. Oh, we've got more units down here. You know what? I'm going to probably just worry about these later. Let's see how much we can do with just our heroes. Okay, so we have to clear out the Steam Vault, and then Serpent Shrine Cavern was like the actual raid instance. You attuned yourself to get into Serpent Shrine Cavern by beating Steam Vaults on the heroic difficulty, I believe. So this is interesting. There was another one, too. It's called, like... I don't remember. It's like some sort of, like, bog. I don't quite remember. In any case, let's get started here. And what I want to do is pretty much just use my heroes until I realize I need my other units. So let's lead with Soraya. She's a strength hero, interestingly enough. Let's get some items on her. And then we just use Akama to sit back here and just blast away just like this. What can you do? Yeah, heal yourself, please. That sounds great. I'm gonna level up that heal. I didn't even look at the other abilities. I know that I want that AoE heal. It's going to be very, very useful. Let's Healing Rain here so we can heal her up. Okay, so she's strength-based. She actually has less HP than Akama, so why don't we just go ahead and get her that. And then bring in these, Quattle. Releases a storm of divine energy dealing damage and stunning. That sounds great. Does this hit air units? Yes. That's just an AoE that just blasts stuff and then also does damage over time. Causes an explosion of divine light, inflicting 250 damage to nearby enemies and increasing nearby ally units' armor and damage by 10 for 10 seconds. It increases damage by 10? That's insane to me. That seems so good. So there are a couple, there's a gate there. We're like right in the middle of the map, so I guess technically it doesn't matter which way we go. That's a gate, so why don't we head to the left, and then let's grab everybody and move them up here. And let's take a look at our spellcasters. Now here's the issue I was talking about previously. We've got these other Draenei units, and I don't know. I'm just clicking on whatever has a mana bar, and let's hotkey these. Let's give her a rejuve, or whatever it's called, Spirit Mend. So I know what the Spirit Binder does. The Anchorite Healing Wave is really good. Holy Barrier makes us immune to magic, and then Resurrection. So basically, I think we want to try to keep all of these units back. I feel like they're all going to die in the first boss encounter. You know? It's just, again, I have these 4 different spellcasters. They all cast different things, and it's just, like, actually using them in these fights is very difficult to me. Okay, let's get the Wolves. Healing Surge. He's actually quite a good tank. Blast him with that. Intruders, kill them. Okay, so we've got some quest givers here. Casual dungeon gate. Healing wards is great. All right, let's pass some items over. So let's give her the pot of restoration. Let's give her the periapt. Attack rate and attack damage by. So I'm gonna actually give this to Soraya. The reason being,
I'll do my best.
So he attacks fast. She attacks very fast. Oh, that's because I gave her that. I think this makes way more sense, and I'm gonna give her the ring too. I mean, again, Akama's not a strength hero, so everything that's like frontline survivability should probably go on Soraya. I like this on her, just because she's always attacking, whereas Akama's typically channeling stuff, right? Why don't we give him back Pot of Restoration, and then you could take the Healing Wards. So now she's in a much better spot. I see a shop. Oh no, he's a quest gear. I was gonna say, is he a shop? Okay, Nahud. My village was able to escape the Naga onslaught at first. We would have all made it to Nagrand had it not been for my brother. He sold our souls for his own freedom. Now he works here as a slave driver, whipping his own brothers until their backs bleed. Make Menu pay, fellow broken. Kill Menu the Betrayer, then return to Nahud. I think that was a boss in the Steam Vaults, if I remember correctly. Then we got another one here. Kunix the Sporling. Historically, the greatest danger to my people has been from the Marshwalkers. With the new problems we are facing from Spore Giants, we cannot afford another attack from our ancient enemies. Journey to the Underbog and eliminate the great mother of the Marsh Walkers, known as the Black Stalker. Bring the brain of the Black Stalker to Kunix. Let's break this.
Courage! Do not falter!
Ooh, she's just yelling.
Fire!
Ooh, she's still yelling. So maybe what we want to do is like throw some anti-magic shells on these heroes, and then we can go from there. Celestial Orb of Souls. I honestly don't remember what that does. Bring 6 of your nearby dead units back to life. Oh, that's a blessing. That's a really good. That's going to be really helpful throughout this entire campaign. And we got the Staff of Reanimation as well from previous mission as well. This is going to be great. Now, if only I'd remember to actually use my Umbral Trap on Maiev, am I right? Okay, so we've got Rockbar the Crackler, and then a Tide Caller. I'm trying to decide, like, what's the best way to start this. So let's put down a Wind Fury Totem. I know that's not what it's actually called, but that's what I'm calling it. Give them both magic immunity. I think we turn on Weakened Soul. And then we want to maybe pull these into us. Like this. And you know the drill, Akama. Honestly, all of you just back away, even though I have the ability to resurrect them. And my heroes are fine, possibly because they can... they're magic immune, I'm not 100% sure. Let's get a stun out here. Healing Surge on Akama. Rockmar the Crackler's going down. That went fine. I think as long as we prep ourselves before just diving into these boss encounters, that makes sense. Khadgar's Gem of Health sounds great. That'll really beef her up. Again, she's our frontliner as a strength hero, so we want to be stacking health on her. And then eventually we'll just get strength items on her, and then we can give those like just straight up HP items to Akama. Whoop! For the master! Look at these jerks. Give him the spin stun. Alright, this is working out. Again, I'm very hesitant to use these units. They're all really strong, admittedly, but they die so easily to like boss AoE, as we have already seen, that I'm very, very hesitant. Granted, we have the Celestial Orb of Souls, but I'm pretty sure that if we lost units to like Parasite, or I mean, I'm just using Parasite as an example, but like if we lost our units to a specific type of spell, they might not leave a corpse behind to be resurrected. Quagmaron. Okay, I think I vaguely remember this as well. Okay, there's more units in here that we'll be able to get access to as well. Once again, I think we do the same thing and maybe lure them into this gap instead of going into the gap ourselves, right? So, first thing, it seems like this magic immunity lasts for quite some time, so I'm going to... let's move my casters closer to my heroes first.
Open your heart to the light.
How long does this last? 15 seconds.
Ancestors call.
So we do this, and it seemingly doesn't have a cooldown.
Good health.
It doesn't.
We will share.
Right, and then I guess we could summon one of these guys too.
Give
Give him the buff,
My ancestors
give him the buff,
call. We will share our
and then we're going to back these up.
My strength is
And then,
my strength.
Soraya, who has a point, by the way, and let's go ahead and finish up Rays of Light. We're going to blast this group.
For the good of all. Yes, I will lead the way.
My strength is
Did we pull the boss? Yes, we did. Okay. Thunderstorm here.
May the light guide you.
I'm going to use her ultimate here as well.
For the good
Just
of
keep using our AoE. I don't really have many good single target spells, to be honest. I think we have the boss curse, which is great. Just keep resummoning those wolves where possible. Do any of my casters have good single... We could stun him. And we probably want to dispel that rejuve. It's good that Akama is tanking, because we can healing surge him. There we go. Quagmarin down. Let's keep an eye out for what he drops. Rune of Restoration's perfect.
Go in peace.
I give you my wisdom.
Okay, that went really well. Let's start breaking these out. Some of these are going to be hostile to us when we break them out, I think.
Guide you. Go in peace.
So we didn't get these. Oh, they're sea callers. I thought they were sirens, but because the cyclone would be really rough. But let's just break all these open, and we can kill the ones that are hostile, and you know, we'll take command of the ones that aren't. I think the way that I'm taking these fights, I understand it's cheesy, but it's absolutely working. I will take it.
For the light.
It seems a few of my warriors ended up here. Oh gosh, we're gonna get even...
Yes.
Oh no, that's lost one. Okay, I thought we were gonna get the chain heal from him, but we've already got chain heal from a different...
We will share our ways.
My deepest gratitude. What are you? Okay, cool. Different caster. It's like the frontline caster that's equivalent to like the Battle Maiden, I think.
I will do what I can. Do not
Open
lose
your
faith
heart
if
to
it
the
must be
light.
done.
May the light
Okay,
guide
let's
you.
keep inching forward. Is this Menu? That's a Lost One Seer. Again, I'm past doing this on
My strength is
the enemy's terms. We're engaging these enemies how we want to engage them. Period. Right, so come to me. Or not. Okay. Make them come up the ramp here. Or that actually is going to cause them to leash. We might have to engage them down. I just wanted to make sure this wasn't going to trigger a trap. So let's get in there with Lady Soraya. Do this. Try to blast through these before we have more chain heals. It worked. Okay, very nice. Just use that healing surge as we know.
Yes, for the good of all.
Okay, none of those are selectable. We're getting close to the final boss of this area. There should be some room to kind of maneuver here, but not really. Let's move up with everybody to sit down here. Okay, yeah, there he is. We're just, like, terribly slowed.
Don't make me kill you.
Okay, this is going to be difficult. We want to try to use AoE to just blast through those spellcasters as soon as possible. So you all, again, stay back, move up with my spellcasters. We're going to buff up my heroes as we had done previously. Soraya's going to tank for a while. It seems like so long as there is some magic immunity, the physical damage, especially from these types of units that we see in here, probably aren't going to be enough to really mess us up. So, once again, we do this. I think this magic immunity is absolutely crucial, so we're killing it with that. Gonna throw down a Wind Fury Totem up there.
yours.
Let's even get this off without drawing them to us.
How may I aid?
Okay, great. Then,
Remember the lessons of the
How can
past.
this old one help?
move in and give him a buff.
And
And we're going to move in.
Yes.
Hit him with
For the
this.
good of all, the Naru's blessings be upon you.
Healing Surge, use both.
May the light guide you. I will lead the way.
Exactly. So we use all this AoE to our benefit now as well. We want to kill his healing totems. Now we can get on top of him. Stun him. Now let's move forward with the rest of our casters.
May the
I'm
light
gonna back
guide
her.
you.
I'm gonna back up Soraya. So I want Akama kiting this guy.
Yes. For the good of all,
We need to
the
kill his
Naru's
totems every
blessings
time.
be upon you.
You guys stand back. Give him a stun. Is he? Did he soul burn himself? Oh, he's cursed. We're about to dispel it, but that's all right. We're gonna recurse him.
May the
My own
light
concern is
guide
that my only main concern is that Soraya's mana is, you know, not great. Yep, you do.
Blessings upon you.
I'll make sure your brother knows of your demise.
I give you
and
my
Diana
wisdom.
Corpora.
So, did I have to do this in retrospect? In retrospect, this doesn't seem like it was necessary to do.
May the light
But we're gonna get something for it, and I think this side is technically the Steamvault side of things. Or that's the Steamvault side of things. Again, this might all technically be like part of the Underbog. I don't remember. There was the Steamvaults and the Underbog. I don't think there was another one. There might have been a third one, but I think there were 2 dungeons and then the raid instance. But I don't remember which bosses were part of what.
We'll share.
In any case, let's turn this in. Menu's death will not fix the broken backs of my family and friends, but it will give them a chance to live the rest of their lives free.
How may I aid you?
You have my thanks, friend. It's not much, but I hope you can find it useful. Amulet of the Wind summons a Furbolg. Yeah, that's really not that useful, buddy, but it's fine. Again, I realize I'm playing super, super safe, but you've seen how some of these other
and prosperity.
ones are. We have to be careful. Okay, we can't get through there. That might be Serpent Shrine Cavern.
For the good of all, peace and prosperity.
What about
For
this
the
one?
good of all.
Okay, there's a rolling door there. I can't get through that
Yes.
either. So there's 2 locked doors. This was this closed? Wasn't this closed when we came by? Maybe we had to kill.
Aid you and
Maybe we had to kill Menu. I don't know. Also, is there a different path to take through any of this? I don't think so. Hungerfen. Okay, we got another
The Naru's blessings
boss-looking
be upon you.
encounter. So once again, this magic immunity I feel like is possibly one of the best things that we can have here.
how can
So we want to just again buff up like as much as possible. See if we can get this. Surprisingly, there are still vestiges of natural life left within the Coilfang reservoir.
is yours.
Dionysaka. The Naru
Okay,
have
quick
not
save.
forgotten.
Agreed. However, we must not be enchanted by
May
its
the
aggressive
light
fauna.
guide you.
All right, get in there.
I give you my wisdom.
Give me the wolves. I think Hungerfen is a boss, so we're just going to be extra careful here. Again, you got to kill the ads as fast as possible, and then we're going to do the explosion. This thing's doing some Mondo damage. Let's move up and dispel him.
May the light guide you.
We will share.
There we go.
Diana Corpora.
How can this old
Just stun him, I guess. I think this guy was the first boss of the Underbog. I just don't remember. It's like all kind of like right there. Like I can sort of remember it vaguely, but not quite enough.
I give you my wisdom.
So obviously, once we get into Serpent Shrine Cavern, we will. This looks suspicious, doesn't it? Like we can get in there. It's just because there's mushrooms here. I don't think we have anything that can break
Diana
mushrooms.
Corpora. Yes. For the good of all.
Okay, let's just look
Yes.
around. Yeah, there's the Underbog, guys. Yeah, bless that magic immunity, let me tell you.
The Naru's blessings be upon you. Peace and prosperity. I will lead
All
the
right,
way.
so yeah, it's all about like using our heroes AOE to just nuke our way through any ads that the boss has quickly, and then figuring out what to do about the boss along the way.
For the good of all. The Naru's blessings be upon you.
That stun doesn't have a very big range. I'm glad I didn't level up Divine Storm. It seems like it would be really good, but, well, I mean, it's... Oh, also heals the hero by 5% of his max life. That seems quite good.
May the light
Again, the stun is good. I mean, we've got some stuns on our heroes already. Do you want to go up or down? I'm leaning towards down to get started here.
Yes.
Just more Naga. Might as well use some of these ultimates here. There we go. Totally roasted him. Akama gets the intelligence because that increases his damage. Though, honestly, getting some intelligence on Soraya seems like it would be quite good.
I'm needed once again.
Let's do
You
this.
require medication.
I guess it doesn't really matter which,
We will share
you know,
our
which
ways.
unit applies which heal. It's all something. Yeah, let's go down first and see what we can find. There was, you know, some stuff up there. Gazan. I don't remember this as a boss, but I'm sure it was.
I will try.
So once again, well, maybe we want to wait a little bit for Soraya's mana. We don't have anything that increases mana, do we? But look at this arena. It's it's gonna be very tight. So this is why we want to be extra careful with the units that we have and not let them get plugged up on here, because they'll block each other and then also probably get nuked by any AoE that will inevitably be coming out of here.
I will do what I can.
Okay, so
May I
you guys back up. Let's go ahead and reapply our magic immunity.
Good fortune. Long
I
life.
give you my wisdom.
Antiana Korkura.
And
Share our ways. My ancestors call.
let's see if maybe we can get the Wind Fury Totem up here without drawing out the boss.
The Naru's blessings be upon you.
I'm a little skeptical, but if we can get this down...
I will try.
There it is. Okay, let's go.
Korkura.
Blessings upon you.
May the light guide you.
I just wanted to get that buff off.
The Naru's blessings be upon you. For the good of all.
Give me the wolves. That was silly.
Antiana
In retrospect. The Hydra in the Black Temple seems larger and fiercer, unlike this one. There's a Hydra in the Black Temple?
blessings be upon you.
I don't actually know what that one is. Okay, this doesn't seem too spooky. So I'll get my other casters in there. Give me the buff. Go ahead and turn on your self buff while you're at it. It's gonna split. Split versions do not scare me. I really like these recreations. I think if I would have played Hellfire Citadel like this one, it would have gone a lot better. Instead, I just sort of like casually blundered my way through it and then complained. But again, I'm playing a lot safer. I mean, and this is how you're supposed to play through raids. Like you buff up and you properly, you know, prepare yourself before each encounter. So this is, I think, it's going a lot better. Again, I don't know from like a viewing experience if it's as exciting, but I am succeeding and I haven't lost units yet, and I suspect we're going to need most of these units for when we get to the Serpent Shrine part of this part.
We will share our ways.
Go in peace.
These just look like normal guys. These poor broken tribes allied with the Naga, despite the fact that they are nothing but slaves to them. Like me to Illidan not long ago. Just blast them. It's a very satisfying spell to use. Again, I'm going to try to save my my mana where possible on both of these heroes. Well, on Soraya specifically, Akama's got plenty of mana. Ringer Protection plus 5 is what the heck I'm talking about.
Antiana Korkura.
Okay, so why don't we give the orb... Well, that's the same thing, the same kind of issue. Let's give the Periapt back to Akama, and we can give her the Ring of Protection.
Prosperity.
We're stacking up some good items. We've got these pots and these healing wards. Again, I suspect I'm gonna like use all of this in the final encounter. We have to. Swamp Lord Musalek. I don't if he was a boss, I don't remember what boss he was. Again, similar to previous encounters.
Do you require
I remember some of these bosses, like I remember their names in certain instances, but not always. Let's do this. If anything, this might draw them to us, but that's okay.
Blessings upon you.
Then we do this.
The Naru have
Then
not
you back
forgotten
up.
us.
The Naru's blessings be upon you.
And then we hit him with the rays of light.
I will lead the way.
They get to us, and then she's going to use her ultimate, which is going to kill a bunch of these frontliners. Give me the wolves. I will end this quickly. We fight to the death. Kill his buddy first, please.
The Naru's blessings be upon you.
He's totally nuking down Soraya, so let's get forward and give her a buff. Not a buff, a heal over time. That's great. We're fighting under the Wind Fury totem.
Go in peace.
Oh, it's a bear. Dispel the bear. Dispel him. It's just that easy.
Antiana Korkura.
He just attacks really fast.
The Naru's blessings be upon you. Antiana Korkura.
Greetings.
There we go. It's getting progressively a little harder over time.
The Naru have not forgotten us.
Well done.
My strength.
Boom.
How can this old one
Again, as long as we keep the boss aggro on our units, then they're not going to be as tempted to use any like big stuns or big, shockwave type abilities on all of our little units. There it is, the Black Stalker. So this is the end of the Underbog. So let's wait for some mana, move our units forward. It's tempting to like dive all my units directly in on these things because it's like, oh, it's the last boss of the Underbog, but technically not. And again, we've got two other ways to go in here too. One of them leads to the actual Steam Vaults proper, and one of them will take us to Vaj. So again, it feels like we're further from the exit than we might initially think right now. Okay, once again, apply that magic immunity. It's been extremely helpful. Wind Fury.
again? How can this old one help?
You move up.
The Naru's blessings be
Open your
upon you.
heart
Give me a
to
buff.
the light.
We will share our
And let's go.
Antiana Korkura.
For the light!
For the good of all.
You know, if I can pull these individuals, that is fine with me. Okay, here they come.
The Naru's blessings be upon you.
Okay, back up, back up. You know what? Sure, do that. It doesn't have... Oh, yeah, so it's got some, like, Mondo AoE stuff, but it doesn't have a lot of self-healing, so you guys back up, keep the heroes on top of them, and we can finish it with just the heroes again. That's fine with me. Soraya, why don't you back up, grab that.
For the Naru!
May the light guide you.
The trees are cleared. You can go back much quickly now. The gates of Steam Vault is now open. Okay, and then we have to actually pick up the... Oh, I see. Okay, so we can cut through. So we want to return this, obviously. Honestly, the Amulet of the Wild is probably the least useful thing we have, but I'll drop the Pot of Restoration. And let's go and turn this in very quickly. So there must have been 3 dungeons, but I don't remember what the first one even was from back in the day. Okay, so you all move up.
Go in peace.
I give you my
Let's turn in the brain, see what we get for it. I mean, the healing wards are valuable, but are they as valuable as, like, the extra Furbolg, for example, etc., etc.? The Black Stalker is dead. Normally, I would not revel in such butchery, but the pain that the Great Mother and her brood have put my people through over the centuries is unspeakable.
How can this old one
What you got for me? It's unfortunate that now another of her progeny will transform to replace her, but that will take time and give us some breathing room so that we will not have to worry about the Marshwalkers for a while. You have my deepest thanks. Take this as your reward. It's gonna be just another Talisman of the Wild. Infused Mushroom. I wasn't watching, and I don't know what that did. I'm gonna assume it was health, and I wish I would have put it on Soraya instead. Okay.
share our ways?
Antiana Korkura.
Let's go and grab our restoration pot. I wish I would have watched that more, because I'm gonna imagine that we're gonna get all of our heroes like at the very end. I suspect we're like all the heroes that we've had throughout this campaign will make an appearance and be part of the fight against Illidan / kill Jaden at the Sunwell, depending on how far this goes. It might just end with Illidan, I'm not sure. In any case, the point is, let's try to be diligent and maximize what we can on certain heroes, unlike what I have already done here. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go by Nazjatar's depths. Sure. Do they have a dispel, or did they just kill the wolves? I think they just outright killed the wolves. So she's doing some Mondo damage. I like that. Akama's doing okay. I guess I could get someone up there to dispel the frost shield, but Greater Scroll of Replenishment we do not need at this moment, but we can leave it on the ground. And we've got Hydromancer Thespia, who I do vaguely remember. Once again, we're going to do the same thing. We might want to draw her up so that they're on the ramp and we're not. I don't know. She just has a bunch of casters with her. So the strategy here, I think, is to just, for the most part, avoid
Good health.
taking much magic damage. So it's a good thing we have magic immunity.
How can this old one
Once again, we basically do the same thing. If we put this on the ramp, I don't think they can see it. And then we go forward and we give the damage buff.
Be kind to those less fortunate.
We go wolves, and let's go.
The depths will consume you. You will drown in blood.
Okay, I'm trying to kill her ads first. She has a thunderstorm here. Okay, it's gone. I'm gonna, again, kill her ads first. Why don't we come forward and dispel her frost shields, frost armor, what have you. Or she can, do that. That's fine. Do I have someone else that can dispel?
Surge forth, my pets.
And use your ult, it's fine. It looks like I got the dispel off there. Why don't we do this? It looks like she's about to die here, so the ads that she calls in, was the one thing that was a little spooky, but we got her. Why is she still alive? Do we have to kill these first? Oh, she's a mana shield. I see. Okay, well, she's certainly dead now.
Our matron will be the end of you.
We're able to just straight up attack the...
How may I aid you?
Sure, that's fine. Grab this.
Peace and prosperity.
Only some of these bosses actually drop anything meaningful. Mechanier's Steam Rigger. Actually, I think this is it, right? This is basically the end of the Steam Bolts. I don't remember who the boss proper is. Again, there's a lot here that I don't quite remember, if that's not obvious. How are our ult cooldowns doing? They're great. Once again. Dude, this Holy Barrier is a lifesaver. Like, I don't think I would have the diligence to use it properly if this was a macro mission, but again, these casters all have such good spells, like you can't not use them, right? Get in there. Shouldn't have done that. I thought I had Akama selected. My bad. Do this.
You're in for a world of hurt. I'm bringing the pain.
Okay, he does not appear to be buffed. Stop that, Akama.
The Naru's blessings be upon you. I will lead
See if he'll attack Akama specifically, who can self-heal. We'll get some more. Hit this. Give him the AoE. There we go. We've done it. And then they're going to burn over time. Perfect. And we just, again, it's just Soraya's mana is the only, like, slight issue over time here. I could give her the Pot of Restoration. More healing words, but we haven't had to use them. Let's break this. Oh, it's invulnerable. Okay. So who's the boss here? Oh, yes. I do remember Warlord Calathresh. I don't know what he can do, but he is the boss. There are also Tidal Guardians. I don't know if there's, like, something to this arena that we're going to have to do.
How can this old one help?
So let's move up. We can do a test run. After we buff up, we'll quick save. I'm also concerned about Soraya's mana, as I have mentioned, so maybe I'll wait for just a bit.
My strength is yours.
I could give her the Ring of Light. I don't think I have anything on Akama that's like straight up mana regen, right? I mean, of all heroes, he's the one that doesn't need it. That's the thing. Okay, so once again, do this. I'm gonna lead with the Thunderstorm, and maybe they'll get stuck on the ramp. Especially if we put a ward right here.
Blessings upon you. Remain vigilant.
How may I aid you? How can this old one help?
Okay, so
I give you my
summon the
wisdom.
wolves.
As
I'm
fast as I
throwing away
can,
time right now. Okay. And then we're gonna do this.
I will try.
Dispel. You guys all back up. Just back again. Well, see, again, we're losing stuff.
Venar's blessings be upon you.
We're under attack.
Let's see if we can kill these. Wow, that did a lot of damage to all my other units that didn't even need to necessarily be in the fight. Yep, let's reload. I mean, again, it's, you know, sometimes there are acceptable losses, but that's one where, like, I didn't want my units in there at all, so back up.
May the light guide you.
Lead with the Thunderstorm.
I'll do my best.
Venar's blessings be upon you.
What? Where are her spells? Where are her spells? Okay, there we go.
I will lead the way.
Okay, the casters actually got left behind. So we're going to move forward. We're going to dispel.
Venar's blessings be upon you. Peace and prosperity.
Okay, and he's dispelled, so it's fine. Let's go ahead and give her one of these, and we'll throw down another Wind Fury Totem as well when the time is right.
This is not nearly over.
It is, though. He's at full... Again, he's at full mana, and it's because he can't cast any single targets on my heroes. So that mana is truly the MVP of this. The mana... or the anti-magic shields.
Excellency, for Vars.
Okay, so we got the ability to cast
I will lead the way.
Chain Lightning. We'll, of course, be putting that on somebody.
Yourselves worthy simply because you bested my gods? Our work here will not be compromised.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not concerned about Soraya's health. We can get her healed up easily enough. I'm just concerned about her mana, so... Again, can you imagine trying to do this fight moving into this room? It would be awful. It would truly be awful.
Fire!
So let's kill all of the stuff in here, and then maybe we'll see these things collapse.
My strength.
Oh, okay, that steam pump is vulnerable. Got it, got it, got it. Okay, great.
Aid you. If we must, we will share our ways.
Might as well start using these.
Best.
May the light guide you.
My strength.
Yep, let's go ahead and, I guess, move in with everyone else. Again, we'll pick up that CS, and so looking at what we've got right now, I think we can get rid of the Ring of Regen. Probably the Periapt would be fine to get rid of also at this point. I'm going to save the Amulet of the Wild for the Vaj fight, because every little bit, I suppose, in that case would be, you know, proper. So in a way, we've done some, we've done some real cheesiness here, but, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Okay, so you all move forward and attack the actual steam pump.
Venar's blessings be upon you.
And then there's this entire upper right part of the map as well, and I don't know if there's going to be anything down here. This might be used for cutscenes, whatever's in the bottom left, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, very nice. Very nice. The main steam pump has been dealt with. This will cease the draining of the lake completely.
May the light guide you.
The gates of Serpentine Cavern is now open. So here's the thing. I think the Enchanted Shield is not giving us nearly enough benefit, so I'm going to swap that out and give her the Pot of Restoration instead, because she's the one that needs that the most. Akama, why don't you pick up the Sea Essence, and that gives him more Chain Lightning. Oh, no, it doesn't. It's not usable. It's just extra straight-up damage, and I think this counts as an orb.
Go in peace.
And again, because he's not the one who's attacking that much, I want that on Soraya, and he can take the Orb of Slow, so now he can attack air. I do feel like the healing wards are going to be sort of necessary. Let's drop the Periapt and take the Enchanted Shield, just because it's like sort of a unique item at this point. And this is half of the Enchanted Shield, or this is half of the Periapt, and you get the extra 2 armor. Again, if only because it's sort of like it's semi-unique in what it provided. I think the healing wards are going to be sort of necessary for the final fight. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with holding on to this stupid Furbolg, but, I'll take it and use it in the final fight. And then, also, sort of importantly, that will free some item slots for later missions where we'll inevitably be replacing more stuff. But I'm very happy with Soraya's inventory here. The Ring of Regen, actually. Why don't we ditch that and take the Periapt with us?
Yes, I will lead the way for the good of all.
If the Ring of Regen scaled with your total health, that would be great. But it doesn't. It's just like it's just 2 life per second, which is just it really drops off over time. And the Periapt is still something that I'd be inclined to replace anyway, eventually. But for right now, I think we're in great shape. And again, there's a decent chunk of this map left, so I'm kind of curious to see which bosses from Serpentine Cavern there are to fight, because these raids had like 6 or 7 plus bosses in them.
Blessings upon you.
Remember the lessons of the past.
May the light guide you for the good of all.
Alright, so let's dip in here.
May I aid you?
Yes. Peace and
Mostly
prosperity.
walking.
For the good of all, I will lead the way.
You will share your ways.
Antiana Korkura.
How dare you
May the
eat my
light
wolves.
guide you.
How dare you. Okay, here we go. Hydros the Unstable. I remember him too. He changed from like poison to
Sisters call.
frost damage or something like that, but I'm not going to worry about that. We're just going to do our typical thing here, and I'm not going to assume that any of these bosses function the same way that they, did in the original. That would be a big assumption, so I'm not going to bother. Let's get down our Wind Fury totem.
Be done.
Wind Rush totem. It's Wind Fury. All right.
My ancestors call.
Okay, you all back up.
Dionysaka.
Except one of you, because I would like the damage bonus.
Remain.
Kablam!
Go in peace.
And then Soraya lead with the AoE. Get out of the way.
May the light guide you. Yes, Venaru's blessings be upon you. Go in peace.
Hydros is going down really fast. It's possible he is going to... change. Yep, there he goes. That's what I thought. Again, we're mostly looking for single target stuff here that we can use on him. Let's dispel him at least. A lot of these Unholy Frenzy themselves or Bloodlust themselves or something like that, if we can just keep that off. Very nice. Occasionally throwing in that Shadow Bolt. All of my other units that are not casters, this is just one of those things where it's like, screw it. I remember this boss too. The lurker below.
The Naru's blessings be upon you.
Once again, let's just refresh our magic immunity.
Arcanon Poros.
How may I aid you? I will do what I can. I need
This thing should be able to get to us because these are shallow waters.
The Naru have not
May the
forgotten
light
us.
guide you.
I think you had to fish this thing up originally. There it is. Okay.
my ancestors.
Once again, just get up here and dispel the self-cast. Although I think we're going to kill it no problem anyway. Again, these things are dying and they have a lot of mana left. Like, there's clearly a moveset here, but they can't use it because there's nothing targetable for them. Well, they might try to target my Shadow Wolves, but...
The Naru's
Okay.
blessings
Tome
be
of Intelligence and Strength.
Go in peace. Peace and prosperity.
I give you my wisdom. I will try.
I think that's it. All right,
May
that's
the
acceptable
light
to me.
guide you.
So that was an optional
I
boss
will lead
originally,
the
where
way
you could only
for the good of
interact with it if you had someone who could fish it up.
Go in peace.
Which,
For the light!
at that point, I don't know what it's like now, but back then, leveling up fishing was a nightmare.
Antiana Korkura.
So most people didn't do it. Okay, so we're already at Leotheris the Blind. So I think we've skipped a bunch of bosses here, but that's fine. You can't have them all in there.
What I can. If it must be done.
And he's in a cage, so we can like freely move in.
Naru's blessings
I
be
think.
upon you.
Quick save, by the way.
For the good of all. Yes.
It seems like we're very close to Vaj.
And prosperity.
Yep. Ooh, look at that damage. You guys back up.
The Naru's blessings be upon you. Go in peace. For the good of all.
Seems like he's mostly out of mana, so we should be fine. He's transformed. As long as we're using our spells, we're fine. I don't think I've lost anybody yet.
Blessings upon you.
May the light guide you.
And so long as he's out of mana, we're all good.
Pronatai Christor.
Back up. Get up here and curse him. Should have done that a long time ago.
You cannot kill me! Fools! I'll be back.
Yes.
Glad that was over. So he did a lot of damage, and that was an instance where that was one of those instances where, like, if we didn't have our other units just out of the way, he would have absolutely
May
roasted
the
them.
light guide you.
Now, I think there was one more boss that was before Vaj. Oh, okay. I remember Tidewalker too. He did like crushing blows. I was a warrior main tank, and I couldn't tank this guy because we needed a druid to do it. That's all I remember
Do my
about
best.
this.
My strength is
There we go.
Arcanon Poros. Do you require medication?
He summons a billion Murlocs too, but we've got the AoE to deal with that.
We will share
I
our
think.
ways. I'm needed once again. I'll do my best.
May the light guide you. Antiana Korkura. Peace and prosperity.
Back up.
Go in peace.
Blood of the deep! Take you!
Looks like he got stunned out of it, unfortunately. Again, I'm waiting for a million Murlocs to show up. Look at this brave man.
Ancestors. I will try.
As long as we keep Unholy Frenzying. Or dispelling the Unholy Frenzy, rather.
My subjects!
Okay, let's get everybody in here and actually just try to nuke this guy down quickly.
Great currents of Aegean.
Let's get Soraya healed up. Rune of Restoration is exactly what we need right now.
I will lead the way.
Okay, we're getting there.
Peace and
Quick
prosperity.
save. We're at 50 minutes. You know what? We got to push forward to the end. It looks like there's going to be two more encounters, with the last one being Vaj.
Ancestors call.
May the light
I think there was
guide
something
you
where you had to fight like
for
a
the
council of
good
Naga or something.
Yes.
Karathris. Fathom. Okay, I think this is separate from what I was thinking, but
How may
this
I
is a
aid you?
bigger arena,
How may
thank
I
God.
aid you?
Again, I think we need to do like an initial push in with our heroes and then go from there.
My strength is yours. I will try.
What I could do is just like go in with wolves and see what he does and then back out. But we'll do our typical buffs.
Arcanon Poros.
Give him the Wind Fury.
Be done. My
You all
ancestors
back out. Quick save, and then let's go. Lead with the wolves.
May the
And
light
Akama
guide
first.
you. Peace and prosperity. Yes.
Sir? Hello? Sam, like, I buffed up for you, man. Dude, he is... Just focus on him.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was what I thought. He does... It was like a multi-phase fight. But they all have pretty low HP. Let's focus on low HP idiot first.
Antiana Korkura. Venaru's blessings be upon you.
Yeah, like Karathris himself went down really, really fast. I'm not too concerned about the
Light guide you.
ward.
I will lead the way.
Let's move everyone up here, and then we've got another Tome of Intelligence, which of course we will... Well, again, it's tempting to put some intelligence on Soraya.
How can this orb
Antiana
She needs the extra
Korkura.
mana, but we can also compensate with items on her. So let's just keep putting main stat items where it belongs. Rune of Mana, Rune of Restoration. So,
Go in peace.
I wonder if we could fight Vaj in a place where...
Venaru's blessings be upon you. I will
Say,
lead
we could
the
fight
way.
Vaj in a place where
ancestors call? My
we could utilize those runes, but I don't think that's going to happen. We also want to make sure that if she drops something, we're prepared to pick it up. So we could drop the parry app. Let's say whatever she drops, ditch that parry app. We can also use our Furbolg here. Didn't have time to buff up.
A command that we alone shall control. We are the Highborn, and the time has come at last for us to retake our rightful place in the world. The time is now. Leave none standing.
Okay, so this is cheese proof, it seems like.
Venaru's blessings be upon you.
This is a nightmare. Can I just say this is a nightmare. Stun her out of whatever she's doing, because that's her ultimate. Get our magic immunity up where it belongs. Kill the Royal Guard. Put down a Wind Fury totem. Everybody just, wherever you are, get in here. And we killed all of her ads. I used all of my consumables. I vaguely remember this.
May the light guide you.
These guys are stuck. Okay, I vaguely remember this too. She summons these things. We have to go for the generators first. And then these things drop, like, stuff. It was like a whole, like, super crazy fight. It's... This, I think we just have to destroy the generators, honestly. While she summons in like a billion ads, right? So let's focus on the generators first.
Venaru's blessings be upon you. I will lead the way. Go in peace.
Dude, the Furbolg. He's killing it.
Venaru's blessings be upon you.
Time ends now.
Venaru's blessings be
Oh my god, the mana burn.
Lord Illidan.
The mana burn.
for the good
Kill all these other ones.
of light guide
I've got a healing ward. Let's just kill the toxic spore bats.
you. Antiana Korkura.
This is pretty faithful to the original.
May the light
but is a nightmare. Also, you know, some of my units couldn't even get in the fight. Cool. Hey, really cool how long these stuns last. Really awesome.
May the light guide you.
Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. If we can let this cast for even just a little bit of time to clear this out. We lost all of our other units, like, instantly. Again, this is what I'm talking about. You have to cheese the fights occasionally or all your other units die. It's like they don't even exist at all in the first place. Oh, pick this up. Increases agility and intelligence by 6. Wow, that's awesome. And you can deal critical damage. That might overlap with an orb effect that we have, but we'll figure it out at another time. I'm glad I picked that up before the mission ended. The Naga's matron has fallen, formidable as she is. This is only the beginning. Soon Illidan and his lackeys will soon be joining her. We have done what we could do here. We should return to the city with haste. I've had enough of these filthy caverns. I couldn't agree more. All right. I quite liked that one. I quite enjoyed that. Let's see if there's an interlude. No interlude. Okay, Battle for Shattrath. I remember this one being very difficult. So yeah, we lost all of our allies that we had with us after keeping them alive for so long, but there's something broken with the teleportation trigger where 2 of my guys also got stuck outside of the arena, which is kind of a bummer. Not that they would have made that much of a difference, but again, you get thrown in. As I've said multiple times, these fights, when you get just thrown into it, you have no time to prepare or think about how to do things in the arena. It happens so fast. Like, I think these fights could stand to just be forced to take longer and to have the enemy deal less damage. I'd be fine with them having more health to compensate, but it's so chaotically quick that it's very hard to, like, take it in and learn how to do anything. You just sort of wing it and hope it goes okay. But yeah, very, very difficult to avoid the AoE. All your other units just die instantly. So you just try to frantically cast what you can and go from there. All right, well, thanks everyone for watching. I think the next mission's going to be pretty tough. I remember it being very challenging in the version 1 of this campaign, so we'll see. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.